Stack on. Got that Ecto wisdom on deck. Now, my man Gerard here, he's gonna break down for you what I've been trying to tell you. I screaming it all the time. I'm talking about the damn electric company is scamming you, man. They getting you. The amount of ways that they get you is innumerable. I could go into it for an hour and a half, I'm sure, but we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna make it short and sweet, because he's gonna break it down in plain English where everybody can understand it, and then you're gonna see it's a river, like I've been saying. That shit is if they say circuit, that means that shit is a circle. That means that shit is connected, and it's like a river. If you put your wheel out there, and you're just getting it as it goes by, you're not taking nothing out. So here we go.
Hi, it's me again. I'm just here I want to re-explain how all your electricity you're really using is actually go right back to the main station.
Go right back.
Especially your 120 is 100%.
100%.
For that much, and you're sending that much, the exact same amount right back into
I'm
the
telling you.
to sell you again. Now, how do you do that? It was pretty smart. In the older days, or the earlier days of electricity, the earth was ground. It was a resistance. Not a draw, but a resistance. Now, I've been testing all around in the field, and I cannot find any more resistance into the earth. So what they did, it was pretty smart.
Really
They
smart.
create a vacuum, an electrostatic vacuum into the return line.
So it's
and
like
every third
a
pole
false.
you will see a ground line hook up to the lower wire, which is the ground. It's supposed to call the ground all the way down to the earth, and those are called collector rods. So what is very simple. It works like, here's the main station is like a wetback, and you're using the ground as we'll use a sponge, right? So if you pour water a little bit and the sponge gets wet in the bottom, but if you put a wetback on the top of the sponge, if you start pulling, that's mean, create a vacuum into that sponge, and all the water of that sponge will find its way into the mouth of the wetback. Well, ground line or the return line is exactly how they do it. They have this vacuum over there, which is very simple to work with, to create a fake demand on the end of a line, is using a normal electric motor, and you can use half of the armature as a fake demand, and you spin that motor with the other half of the motor, which it makes the demand. So we can have a vacuum and an electric line, and I can prove that over and over.
Over and over and
I'm
over.
going to show you. My line here, pole, that's just for on the ground. It says I'm already pulling 3.58 amp, going through right back to the pole, right? So I'm going to go in. Give me a second. I'm going to turn on my water kettle. You will see an increase. I'm going to zoom on that so you can see what I'm pulling right now. So.
Yes, I'll try to tell you.
I'm gonna bring you right close.
And they scamming you, man. They pulling that shit right up out the air, and they ain't coming that far. Them lines is collecting it, man.
I'm gonna put you down for a second.
They're not fooling me. I remember when they used to tell me, "Ooh, you gotta be on. You gotta. It's your voice is traveling through that fucking line to get to them." Are you kidding me? No, it ain't.
I'm gonna bring you closer so you can see. See, I turned my water kettle on. Now it says I have 14.4 amp.
I mean, you got to make up the difference, whatever it is.
Amp, not volts. Amperage. This meter is reading amperage going right back into your power pole, but no one is.
See, volts wouldn't tell you that.
So, I mean,
I see it. I see how they're getting you. I see it. Yes.
It's kind of hilarious. Like, if you pay for something and you're using that. You're using the amount of kilowatt they say you use. Why the hell your kilowatt is going back to the line if you already pay for it? There shouldn't be no draw here.
None.
Resistance.
Yes.
For everybody from BC Hydro and any other hydro company who want to take me on the front of the camera to answer my question, I'm really open for that. Matter of fact, I challenge anybody.
Yes.
They can bring their electric engineer or high power engineer,
whoever they want,
to put me to sleep with their words.
But they can't do it.
I do understand, and I can do all the translation for you. It's not Chinese. They talking jargon.
Right.
Gibberish.
Bullshit.
I know how to translate that.
Yes.
On the real fact and
yes.
the words, people will understand.
We get to the bottom.
This should not be a vacuum line, because that's what it's called. You know, and even some people from BC Hydro who drink a little bit too much even say that. Then they get minimum 80% of the people's hydro right back to sell right back to them. And all they have to do to this current to sell it back is ship it back to the top of the line almost in the exact same form, and then put a hurt in it. That's the only thing they're losing is the hurt. The current and the amperage is there. The heat is there. All you got to do is put a hurt back into it to increase the signal of the hurt and push it right back to the top line, and then your transformer does all the work after that. That $1,000 can there you can purchase yourself, right? Does all the transformation from 120, you put them together, 240.
You hear him?
That's how 240 works.
Gerald Moore, man, check him out. Cause I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it, man. I'm telling you.
Something very interesting.
Fuck electric company.
In the old day, when you had the regular meter, he was only charging you for one line, the highest draw line. That's what he was charging you for. And
now they charge for the whole shit.
So that's why everybody, when you get a smart meter, got double the cost by charging you for each line.
Bet.
But the transformer does that, not the pole. Your transformer does that. You shouldn't be paying two lines because you're paying for single. Look at your bill. You're paying for single phase electricity. If you're paying for single phase electricity, they can only charge you for one wire. The wire who comes in the transformer from the upper line. Now anything else, it's robbery. So now they're charging for two lines.
Extortion.
And then they suck up all your 120 you use right back to the factory.
Yep.
So if that's not theft, then we don't have any thief anymore. We call them businessmen with a suit, corporation. You know, that's the kind of business. Well, you know, that's a hell of a business. Selling the same item 1,000,000 times over to the same person, over and over. So there it is.
You heard it from me. You heard it fucking straight from the horseman. They selling you the same fucking energy that you got there all the time. They sell you same shit. That's how come your bill be the same. It's generally the same every time you can go back over the years.
Ask the question and I will answer it.
I'm telling you.
The best as I can with the proper language, not gibberish, so people can understand. You get ripped off.
You're getting fucking jacked, dude. They're jacking you, man. And it's wrong. I'm telling you, it's wrong. They can't get away with it. I'm gonna say it again. The post office is the only some bitch I can think of. Somebody else got any ideas? Let me know. Holler at me. But I'm telling you, they're the intermediary who we all the corporations and everybody has to deal with. Everybody has to deal with that's why it's the king of commerce. The king of contract. That's how it comes. The mail is the money. It rules all of this shit. And the only way that we can that the corporations are going to be held liable is going in that post office when they send you that bill. They didn't pay no postage, man. And you get that $300, and then that pay the damn shit. And then we can go on and do something else. That's the only thing that makes any sense. Because there's no way in the hell that they designed a system where these fuckers can do to people like that. There ain't no way in the hell. Ain't no way in the hell. Well, until next time, Econgalos, folks. I'm out.